Whether you're cooking the turkey tomorrow or just simply showing up, Raymond and Laura have got you covered with some Thanksgiving do's and don'ts. Take a listen to this.
I can tell you everything you need to know about the
Okay.
I've studied it, researched it, and I've lived through the trauma of bad Thanksgivings.
All right, he's a Raymond,
so
Raymond of all trades.
Today I am.
Okay, what's the biggest don't for Thanksgiving?
Well, here's one thing don't do. Don't create a family-wide fast where you deprive the people in the family of food all day long until you're ready. I'm just telling you, ladies, and I love you all. Men do not like to go all day without eating. They get angry. They have pent-up rage. I do. I admit it. And that causes all kinds of problems at the table. So if you want a sullen, very quiet meal because everybody's scarfing down the food, do that. But my advice, put finger sandwiches out. Let them eat around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, so they're not angry bears come.
I have a question. Who makes finger sandwiches still? That's like something my grandmother made.
You can buy them from the grocery.
What are you talking about?
When you're cooking 6 or 7 courses, buying finger sandwiches are easy. That's an easy thing to do.
My mother was always just left, nuts and stuff out, M&M's.
Nuts? Were you a family of squirrels?
Like walnuts. She had that big old-fashioned cracker, would crack the nuts.
Oh,
would get into a fight right before the meal.
Fun Thanksgiving you must have had.
No, and they
break out the Nutcracker kids. It's the Ingram family.
And then she'd put on. My mother, God bless her, would start playing the Polish Christmas carols. Now I actually love them, but as a kid, I'm like, can we have some like rocking around?
No Brenda Lee at your house.
Christmas tree.
Okay.
My mom, I'm so sorry. I'm not making
God
fun.
love her.
She was so great, but it'd be like this,
like a Polish funeral. Those hymns are a little dreary, I have to admit. Okay, we got to get to our do's and don'ts.
Okay.
Don't cook a turkey if you don't know how to cook a turkey. A disaster can ensue, and you had a quick don't.
Don't try a recipe on Thanksgiving. For the first time.
Oh,
it's a terrible thing to do.
It is a terrible idea.
I had the bright idea of making an apple cranberry pie for Thanksgiving. And my mother was she was an unbelievable cook, but especially at pies.
She was like Marie Callender.
There is no way to ever replicate what my mother did. I can still taste the pie. I made this thing, and I thought I'm rolling it out.
Right. The thing you don't want to do.
Horrible.
You never want to overcook anything, particularly the bird. Watch.
Look at that.
I like the puff of smoke that goes up at the end. I think I've seen 1 or 2 of those.
So
and
dry.
The other thing you shouldn't do. And
I didn't even finish my story.
Well, you can finish that in the book. The other thing you don't want to do is to create moisture. People think, put more grease or olive oil in the pan that you're cooking the bird in. This never works.
Oh my God!
It wasn't. I've never seen anything quite that bad. But some of these kitchens just go up in flames.
Well, my mother used to always say, and I always think of her these times of the year. I miss her a lot. Is that people eat fast, and then they just leave the table, and there's just she's like, I've slaved all day with my crippled hands. She poured on the guilt.
Nothing like layers of guilt for Thanksgiving.
Guilt.
The other thing I would recommend people do before we get to this next clip. Make sure you spread the pain at your holiday table. That means separate the disgruntled members of the family who might fight. Put them far away from one another. That way there's no blood on the nice
linen. How about across the country?
Well, across the country is an even better way to separate them. Oh, you're thinking you're way ahead. And if you happen to be a volunteer at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, make sure you have a workout routine or wear heavy weights. Otherwise, this can lead to catastrophe. This is what...
I never was a fan of Barney.
They completely...
If one balloon had to go away, that's the one I would
slammed
pick.
into a light pole because the women couldn't hold him down, and they're sliding across 7th Avenue.
It is a lot of work for people to put on a Thanksgiving dinner. And there are a lot of people just like, I'm exhausted because a lot of people are exhausted, and they're like, I'd rather have someone else do the cooking. And a lot of people do go out.